What's going on, everybody? So good morning. It is another beautiful day. It's actually kind of foggy, misty out here in Florida. Everything's just a little bit damp. We're getting into springtime, so that sun is getting hot, and it's still like fighting us from the north. A little bit of cold front type, weather patterns coming through, and now we got to deal with that little bit of hot, cold, and water. So shit's just gonna be wet for a little while, but not a big deal. So we are gonna go right now do a little curbside cleanup. So I guess you can call it a junk removal job. I got a neighbor a few houses down, runs a lawn service. He just asked me how much to come pick up basically a little pile of branches and tree trimmings and stuff like that. So all in all, I am gonna take advantage of a couple things. Being able to juggle little things is gonna make you the most money in this business if you can find a way to do things efficiently, right? So to give you an example, these are not normal situations, but they are little tasks on the board that just need to get done over time. I have a house here I've done 6 dumpsters for already. They just got another one yesterday. I told her at the start to compile all the tires, the TVs, the paint. She's doing it was an eviction of a squatter, and they filled this house with so much stuff, and it's just disgusting. At any rate, lots of tires already, a couple TVs, nothing too crazy. But I told her get all that stuff together. She is not quite at the end, but she's coming to the end of the line when it comes to what she's gonna continue doing on this project for now. I think she's running out of workers, so maybe I'll even offer to step in and do some of the removal myself. Ultimately, if you are able to, right, you can put little things on the back burner, and when the time is right, get to it. So I have my old house. My neighbor also wants her driveway pressure washed, and I have the neighbor that needs that pile of leaves. So all 3 of those jobs are in the same area. I don't have my gooseneck connected, so now I can throw the pressure washer in the back, in the bed of the truck. I got my dump trailer behind me, so I'm gonna pull up with the dump trailer, load the curbside tree limbs and stuff, stop by the old neighbor's house, do the pressure washing, and then on the way home, grab all those tires, paint, TVs. Take the paint, TVs, tires to the same dump that I'm gonna take the brush to, which has no weight minimum. So it's gonna not weigh very much. It'll be a small dump fee, probably 20, maybe 30 bucks. I'll be able to get rid of the paint, TVs, tires. Most of the time they actually let me get rid of it for free, but worst case scenario, it's between $3 and $5 a tire. I'll probably get somewhere in the ballpark of $10 to $15 a tire. And then I get my old neighbor's happy she's got her driveway pressure washed. I don't actually charge her any money, but she does generally pay me. So I'm not counting any money from that. But hypothetically, when it's all said and done, I should have made somewhere between $300 and $500 profit today off my fuel and my dump fee side of the conversation. And I'll be done, probably by lunchtime. So if you can get little things like that to just knock out when you decide you want to do them, like obviously I got to get the curbside one now, but because I had those other 2 jobs that I could kind of just do when I wanted to, it lets me turn this into a hyper efficient day where I get all that stuff done in one trip, save a lot of money on fuel and time, and make everybody happy in the process. So put a little bit in there already, a little bit right there. Guy's coming with the money shortly. All right, so we did our brush cleanup first thing this morning. That's in the trailer. On the way home from that, I pressure washed my old neighbor's house. Got the driveway all clean, looking nice for her. So that's done. And then on the way home from that, I stopped at another job that I've had a few dumpsters at. I think we're up to 5, maybe 6. And I grabbed all the paint, TVs, and tires. All right. So the brush load is very light. I went over the scales just now at 42, almost 4,300 pounds. So if I had to guess, I've probably got 600 to 1,000 pounds in the dumpster. Plus, that also includes all the TVs, tires, and paint and stuff that I got. So the brush is probably even a little bit less than that. I do have to keep everything separate. So I got to bring the tires to one place, the TVs to another place, the brush to another place. And one of these TVs is one of them old-fashioned tube TVs. So it's like it'll kill you TV, right? Like, I don't know how I'm even gonna do this, but hopefully there's someone there that doesn't mind helping out real quick. Got a front loader over here scooping up tires right now. So I don't know if I should pull up right this second or not. Let's take a look. Yeah, I don't want to get in this guy's way. A little dusty in the truck right now. Yeah, he was not the most friendly front loader operator. He kind of gave me that, like, yeah, you're in my way, but whatever. We're gonna offload some tires. Just did the tires. Now for the TVs and the paint. Whew, it is dusty out here, boy. Need a water truck out here. All right, Joe's crazy hair day continues. So we just got everything dumped. I'm gonna just throw out random numbers, probably 10 tires, 8 TVs, another 10 or so cans of paint, another handful of, wasp sprays and chemicals and stuff like that. So I try to always do those in bulk loads when I can, because I just need to bring them to my regular county landfill. And generally speaking, they don't even charge me for them, right? I didn't ask, I don't ask, I just do my thing, but they don't say nothing. So, at any rate, I normally will pay $15 for tires and TVs, cannot dump food or paint at my regular transfer station, but my county landfill will take all of those things if they are separated. The only downside is this is the most expensive place to dump that I go to. Not much more expensive than my transfer station, so depending on the load determines where I'll try to go, but they don't do a minimum here, which is nice. So if I have a really light load, something under 1,000 pounds or so, this is generally the place to go. And then on that trip, while I go here, I'll try to grab all the paint, TVs, tires, stuff like that, that I'll usually just have sitting on a little pallet next to where my trailer gets parked, right? So every job, if I have one of those things, take it off, put it on the pallet. When the time comes, pull up next to the pallet, load all the stuff in the bed of the truck, and head up here. Generally, I'll make it a point to do that when I have a bumper pull, not a gooseneck. So I can actually put stuff in the bed of the truck, fit a bunch of TVs, for example. which was nice. The only thing that was kind of annoying was I had to separate it all before I got to dump the brush. So wasn't that big a deal, but it is, in theory, the brush would be the first stop instead of having to hit it at the end, which makes me do the loop twice. Not a big deal though. So at any rate, all that is done. My total bill was, I believe, $67 in total. And that was essentially the bill for 2 jobs worth of stuff. The total weight was a little over 1,000 pounds. I don't have to, I'll double check. It's probably close to 1.5 tons, which did surprise me. This trailer truck combination is usually a little bit heavier than that. I'm not sure what I don't have in here that would change the weight so much, but this is my lightest trailer. It's got the lowest walls. You can obviously see, like, just barely the trailer sticking up over the window. So yeah, it was a little lighter than I anticipated, so the weight was a little more than I calculated at first, but ultimately not a big deal. In those 2 jobs, job 1 was the cleanup of brush in the morning. So actually I got that job from a lawn guy that lives 4 houses down from me. He had been contacted to get rid of a bunch of cuttings, and he basically just subletted it out to me. He had me quote him. Everything is at the mailbox. There was like 4 or 5 bags, and then there was just a pile of, I believe it's birds of paradise is the plant type, as well as just a little bit of brush. Not a very big pile, although it was bigger than I anticipated from the picture. I quoted 120, you know, get in, get out. Literally, I pulled up. I was done in 15, maybe 20 minutes. But I loaded the entire thing with my feet planted because my trailer tires are like on the pile because it's on the curb. So I didn't want to lose the job by over quoting. The first thought when I saw it was somewhere in the realm of 175 to 200. He actually chuckled a little bit when I quoted him, said I quoted a little low, but you know, he'll take care of me, basically. So he got 200 for the job. Actually, I got 200 for the job, and I'm getting paid out of that 200 from him. I'll at least get my 120, but I got a feeling he's probably going to throw me 150. So let's say job 1 is 150 with a dump fee of 40 bucks. So I made 110 bucks, not including my fuel, but it was 10 minutes up the road, so that's not much. Let's say I made 100 bucks, which it would be more than that. The fuel's not going to be anywhere near $10, but let's say I made 100 bucks, 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes of time, just because I had the equipment. Probably going to be even a little bit more than that, but profit, we'll call it 100 bucks. Second job, pressure washing, all that. I did a bunch of little odds and ends for her as well. She did pay me a little more than I anticipated, which was nice. I got 300 from that. After that, I picked up the tires and the TVs. I haven't actually billed her yet. I was thinking 100, but it might even be a little more than 100 because there was a lot of stuff. So all in all, oh yeah, and then I also rented out this dumpster that I have attached to me while I was driving on the road. A buddy of mine's ex-girlfriend, her and her new fiance, moving out of a house, needed to get my smallest dumpster. Last day there, just get something dropped. So I'm doing that now. So let's say 100 bucks, 300 bucks is 400 bucks, plus, we'll say, I'm probably gonna do 120, and then the other 20 would be the rest of the dump fee. So let's say plus another 100 bucks, so 500 bucks, and then a 1 ton included rental for 275, which probably won't even be 1 ton, so another 200 bucks. So all in all, something like a $700 profit day today after fuel and dump fees. Not too bad. And then I'll be done with work by 2 o'clock. Been going since about 8:30. Not too crazy, but not the worst day of my career. especially considering it's kind of like it's a messy hair day. You know, this is like my day off work day. So, all right, let's get this dumpster dropped.